Good evening. Welcome to Mighty Ox Trading. Wednesday evening. On a day we saw, over the last 2 days, we've seen the market just absolutely fall. Worries about tapering and anything else the Fed has said. Worries about inflation. Worries about everything. I accidentally napped through the FMOC and I missed this. I made $30 today. Not a good look. So we're going to try and make some money tonight, and then tomorrow morning and Friday morning. See here, NASDAQ, just absolutely. I mean, here's the high of yesterday, which was 546, and we're down to 756 now. So about an 800-point drop total between the 2 days. Hello, Vincent. Uh, Morning? When was the last time you slept, Vincent? How you doing today? We see the S&P did the same thing. Free fall. You know, it's kind of amazing, on uh Tuesday morning we saw the S&P finally break that 4800 level. And which we've been trying to do all last week. And now it's all the way down below 4700. I'm doing good. Did you get any of the juicy action today, Vincent? Gold, you can see here, had an interesting day as well. Rode up all the way up to 1830 and down to 1808 now. Big moves up, big moves down. Copper. Copper wasn't anything too exciting. No, I guess it's about 200 ticks. More exciting than the UltraBond also fell. And it's unusual for everything to have fallen. We are getting signals now on the indices. All three sending a buy signal. All three underneath the SMA line. Gold sent us a buy signal back here. Is looped down now, heading back up. It looks like as well. I kind of like that one more than right now. I like the indices. Let's find a gold chart. Micro gold. Micro gold doesn't look like it has a lot of volume, but hey, we'll try it. Let's see. It's about the same level. Try and get in on the vid here and see what happens. Maybe try to go without me. Oh, okay, we're filled immediately down one tick, so we'll see how this goes. Seems like right now Nasdaq is trying to come up. This is a 6-point candle, so I should have followed this buy signal. It looks like ES strong 2-point candle, and the Russell with a strong 1.5 points. Crude here. also getting, well, not sure what signal it was giving me, because it gave us a signal. Oh wait, I'm on a daily chart, aren't I? Yep, that's why it doesn't look right. There we go, that's better. We'll watch gold here and see if it has any follow through. I like the way it made this move here. Let me blow up this chart. I like the way it came up. It sent us this buy signal here, and I wouldn't have taken that because it came up in downtrending bands. Pulled back to the SMA line, and now you see the SMA line heading upwards. Hopefully it has some follow through going up. There we go. That's a nice move there. We are 8 minutes to the top of the hour. I might exit this trade before the top of the hour because 8 o'clock Eastern can sometimes send the metals kind of wonky as I want to say Japan comes online or China. I don't remember. One or two of the Asian markets come online. One day I need to look that up. I keep saying that. And there's copper looking for some attention. Copper with the buy signal too. Here we have everything sideways. The bands, the SMA line. So it's less enticing for me at this point. We're up 6 ticks on this gold trade. UltraBond sending us a buy signal as well. We'll ignore that. For now, there we go. We're up 10 ticks on gold. Since this buy signal on the NQ, it's gone up to 14 points. Pull back here. Back up to 10 ticks. Seems to be struggling here. I might pull it. take a gain and move on to the next, I think. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. I just put the stop one tick below. Okay. Yep. Oh, that was nice. I did that right as it dumped down. So, we start with a winning trade. Check the stats in a minute. Only ended up being $29. Ouch. So apparently I got slippage when it came down that quick. Yeah, I entered at 88, 18089. Five of them exited at 4, one of them exited at 3, so 5 ticks on 4 or 5 of them and 4 on 1. So 29 bucks. I was up as much as 60, so I gave back about half. But if I hadn't, I would be back at only break even or below, so that's okay. So that gold's going to try and bounce off the SMA, and the reason I pulled it that early anyway was because, like I said, top of the hour at 8 o'clock Eastern can sometimes cause metals to do weird things. Crude giving us this buy signal here. Everything's kind of straight there. Look at those exponential moving averages, how high they are above the price action. Shows you how steep the decline today was. After the top of the hour here, here's the top of the hour. Oh, there. Oh, look at copper running there. 11 ticks, 12, 13. I was thinking I should have got in there. Oftentimes, the signal before it is the indication of what it's going to do at the top of the hour on copper. So I wish I had gotten in there. If I had gotten in on this, I would have already be at my 16 ticks. Well, this whole candle is 16 ticks now. As you can see here, well above 16. So, missed opportunity there. We're definitely seeing more volume this week than we had in the last couple weeks. Holidays are over. Even the UltraBond isn't all dashes. And Q's curling back down now. It's actually underneath its SMA, back underneath its SMA line, sending us a short signal, as is the ES, as is the Russell. Nice that they're all in agreement tonight. Copper's continuing to head upwards. I'm sorry, that's crude. So crude made the same move as copper. That's interesting. And also, if we had went with this long signal, we would have easily got 20 ticks. Now it's pulling back. Copper's also pulling back, so I'm not sure why copper and crude are running in the same gang right now. See, gold, this short would have been a good signal so far on gold. I didn't take it because it's above the SMA, it was above the SMA line. But it's come down since here. 6 ticks so far. So ES did not send us a short signal, as neither did the Russell, but the Nasdaq did. And you see Nasdaq's immediately bouncing here. The Treasury UltraBond would have given the 6 ticks I look for. Looks like it would have done that twice now. Although it is still lighter volume, so I'm not sure how good fills are. Gold bounced off the bottom Bollinger Band, 2 standard deviation band. S&P's looking kind of flat, as is the Russell. Crude's continuing to fly, as is copper. Hey Vincent, you didn't say. Did you trade this today? Did you get in on any of that action? Ooh, BTC also is taking a dive today. Definitely an interesting way to start the year. Hello, evolved structure. Excellent job, Vincent. I'm glad to hear it, evolved. How did your first day go? That's excellent. Yeah, that's exactly where you want to be, evolved, because that's slow and steady, and it's all you need on that 25 account to get you there in the 10 to 15 days, or even less, I think. Still got to trade 15 days, but yeah, that's doing well. Are you trading gold? Or are you trading micro gold? This was gold today during the morning session for me based on the signals I would take. I mapped out from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. I actually think I mapped out longer than that, but at first looking for 24 ticks and with a 12 tick stop. This one would have been a loser. This one would have been a winner. This one would have been a winner. This one would have been a winner, a winner, a winner, a loser. That was actually after 10. So just from 6 to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 winners and a loser. I'm mad at myself because I'm still not taking trades that I need to take. I need to be taking more trades because my system continues to show that it works and I just don't take the trades. So if I had taken all 6 of these trades, you know, that would have been 5 times 24, 120 minus 12, like 108 ticks, over $1,000. And I took one trade this morning. I did make $30, but you know. Gold seems to definitely be a star lately. It's definitely, going when it goes one direction for a while. So that's excellent thing. Crude giving us a signal. I see copper's pulled back now. Nasdaq wants to go back down. Excellent. What's your strategy? Crude also going back down. It's interesting how crude and copper are kind of running tandem. Russell and the ES sending us short signals here. ES kind of staying greenish. Russell came down by 9 to 0. So I missed that. Gold sending us a signal. I need to get back to the forefront here on gold. Gold trying to pop back up. See, this short signal would have been excellent. Now it's trying to pop back up again. Still below the SMA line. Cool. How long have you been trading Evolved? Yes, I'm just nosy. Good plays. Is there a reason you switched from Forex to futures? I guess I shouldn't assume you switched. Are you still trading Forex as well, or? It kind of slows down, though. I mean, when I first started futures, uh, the ES seemed very fast for me. And I'm like, I'm never gonna get used to this. And now, and it's like, then I started getting used to the EX. I'm sorry, ES. And then I was looking at NQ and I'm like, people who trade NQ are crazy. That's like on steroids or crack or methamphetamines or something. And now it's like I prefer NQ over ES. So over time it just kind of things kind of slow down. We see the NQ and I assume ES and all that bleeding out. I didn't take this opportunity. I should have. I'll say that a lot. Market's definitely giving us some moves today. Oops, didn't mean to do that. There we go. And I'm not taking, so I need to take more. Yeah, and yeah, I mean, it did get, it was really hard. But then, I'm like, I'll trade NQ, and then, like, I'll see something on ES, and it's like, eh, ES moves a point, and NQ moves like 20 points. And it's like, ugh, I mean, just like here. I mean, NQ sent us, they're moving in the same direction, and I missed every single opportunity, which I tend to do. But NQ sent us a signal back here, and is already down 22 points. So it's $440 a contract, whereas ES sent us a signal here, and it's down 3 points, which is $150. So I mean, that's nothing to sneeze at, obviously, but even the Russell's down 4 points. The Russell's actually doing more than the ES. So everything turned red all of a sudden. We have S&P, Russell, Crude, Nasdaq. Although there's a rebound on Nasdaq. Gold's going green. Copper was red. Now it's trying to green. So evolved with Forex. Are you a full-time trader or basically is this what you do for a living? Awesome. That is my goal. Hopefully in the next few months. Vincent, you still here, bud? You taking any of these signals that I didn't bother taking? Thanks, man. I'm just a little bit too risk averse. I don't take the trades that I should be taking. And Q popping back up to the SMA. Back, trying to get back over it. We are, yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Although I'm wondering if the market's going to try and rebound from yesterday, because I mean that was a hard fall after FMOC. I don't even understand exactly why the market reacts like it does to the FOMC meeting minutes. It's just the minutes of the meeting from 3 weeks ago that are already reacted to that they announced what they were going to do. Not sure why reading it in print makes it any different or whatever. So, coming open today immediately fell. It's copper trying to tell me. Copper, I'm not sure about that buy. Open today, Nasdaq fell. Ooh, excuse me. Immediately. Over 50 points. I've been looking for 20. I don't ever play the open. I should, maybe. Usually it doesn't have the volume to really play the open, and it rebounded nicely. Got above the SMA line. I would not have, maybe if got in here. It gave me 20 points I would be looking for. Would have gave me much more than that. For now, the way I play is I wouldn't have jumped in that, and I would not have jumped on that. Now it does look like it wants to continue down. It's making lower lows again. This one gave me 20. And this one, I wouldn't have jumped in there. And it actually, it did reverse enough that it would have stopped me out. But that's which is why the better, I could have got in here. That wouldn't have gave me 20. If I'd gotten in, just waited until it came back down to the exact level, it would have worked. That. Yeah, I agree. It's better to not take trades than to take risky ones. But see, here's the thing. I developed this strategy. I use this super trend, and then for signals, and then I use the bands in the SMA line and EMA line to decide whether I want to get in. And I've compiled about 15 weeks of data on the 8 assets I look at that show me that this is a winning strategy. And even like today, like I was showing earlier on gold, where I would 5 and 1. I think Nasdaq would have been. Let's see. Nasdaq strategy starting at 6 a.m. Wouldn't have taken that one. Wouldn't have taken that one. This one I would have taken. That would have got me 20 points. 20 points. That broke the band, so I wouldn't have taken that one. This one would have not reached my 20-point target. So 2 and 1 so far. 3 and 1. I don't think I would. I probably wouldn't have taken that one, but if I would, it would have worked. So let's both stay with 3 and 1, 4 and 1, 5 and 1. Let's say I would have taken that one, and I probably wouldn't have, but let's just say I would have. 5 and 2, between 6 and 10. And if I want to get to this one, it actually was right before 10. So 6 wins, 2 losses based on my strategy. And this is the type of results I see. I chart this out like this every day, and then I chart out, but I don't take the trades. So risk aversion is good, but not if it's paralyzing you. And Vincent here, he's taken some of my strategy, and he's like getting green days every day. Copper. So it looks like it looks like things are going a little bit sideways here right now. Copper trying to convince me it wants to go up. I kind of want to see it get back above this level here of 44.4015. We do have slightly downtrending bands in SMA line. Yeah, I've been trying to convince myself of that. Um, I just, I don't know. You ever, do something, in life, and it's like you're struggling, and you know it's a mental thing, and you just know that once you get it, once you break through, everything's gonna be cool, and it's really, it's just gonna be a rush of success or whatever. That's kind of where I'm at. So gold is doing a weird thing here. It's kind of sideways, but it's kind of creeping up at the same time. Yeah, since this buy signal pulled back a little bit, but it has creeped up 9 ticks. Nasdaq's kind of doing that same thing that gold is here. You see, gave me this signal here, downtrending SMA line, but now it's pretty much gone since 771. I mean, up 11 points. And accidentally falling asleep today before the FMOC meeting minutes came out didn't help either. Badly timed nap. Crude's continuing to head downward. See the slow grind up on the indices. High for the session on the NQ has been 15,803. We're about 20 points off of that. Gold just kind of meandering sideways. Crude pop back up. Big pop up on natural gas as well. And of course, term big is relative to the current price action. It's only 10 ticks, but it's more than we've seen here. Not taking this long signal here on the crude. Usually when you see a candle that goes from basically the bottom to the top of the bands here, you see a pullback before it, and now it may still go, but usually you see a pullback first, and here's it is turning red. So let's see what this does. You see kind of like here on natural gas how it came up and now it's coming back down. Not a lot of excitement right here at the moment. Russell sending us a short, so we see the indices are starting to come back down. And Nasdaq has a pretty good uptrending SMA line there. Russell's just kind of, I don't know. You see the bands are uptrending, so I'm hesitant to take a short signal there. We're gonna, I think we're gonna go sideways for a little bit longer before it decides the direction again. that said, the last, it's like curtains are hanging or something. Uh, the last couple short signals here on the ES would have been good for, let's see, this one would have been good for over 4 points. But as I'm saying that, that just popped back up. This one would have been good for 4 points as well. So the last two short signals have been excellent on ES. But now we're popping back up. And Russell just sent us a buy. I don't have the Russell set up the way I need to. I haven't done that on Ninja. But let's take a chance on this. On the right account, yes. Um, pull back a little bit here. We'll wait. Okay, in there. Okay, we're in on the Russell. See if we give back our profit for the night. See that crude here in the upper right-hand corner did exactly what I kind of said. Pulled back a little bit below the SMA line, then came back up. Been a good trade to take. See whether or not the Russell gives me what I want. Oh, wow. Big move up. Pulling back, a little bit of red. A lot of red coming back down to my entry. These indices are hanging right around their 200 EMAs. See if they can get above. See if they can keep working up. Good. Coming down now. 8 ticks down. Trying to bounce off that top band. I did not. I didn't process fast enough that we did had a third band. Bleh. Yeah, easy for me to say. A break of the third Bollinger Band, which usually means a pullback. Now let's see if it's just a slight pullback or if it's pretty harsh. I should have got out when it broke the band. My stop is way too far. My stop is 25 ticks. I need to move that up. 2194, 2193, 420. Let's move that up. There we go. What we like to see. That's not what we like to see. Just looking at the bid ask here, this is going to stop me out. Almost certain. There we go. Got stopped out. That was a complete mistake on my part. Why did my chart just go? Oh, that was weird. That was a big mistake on my part, not noticing the break of the bands and thus the pullback. I turned a $50 or so winner into about a $75 stop out. Rookie mistake. Crude, sending a short signal. Everything now all of a sudden red again. Russell, ES, crude, NQ, and copper. Gold's just kind of meandering still. Did move up a little bit more. You know, what's the other interesting thing here is if you look at NASDAQ, I believe I got in on the Russell on this candle, 1933. And it went up. Actually, I got in 1934 or 2034 Eastern. If I had just played the same move off the bounce, that same candle NQ moved up 15 points. So that's $300 by going in with one regular contract versus $50 that the Russell moved. So I should have stuck with NQ. NQ coming back down to its SMA line. Copper sending me a short signal. It's everything uptrending. So that crude move did, pull back and then went up. If we had gone in after this break of the SMA on this move, which is actually, if you see, these all made the same move, which is interesting. S&P, Nasdaq, Russell, crude all made these same moves, moving up here at the same time. So if we had gotten in there, we could have got about 14 ticks, 15 ticks before the pullback. Kind of interesting how everything's kind of moving in unison. I want to thank everyone for joining me this evening as we approach the 9 o'clock hour on the East Coast. If you're here from YouTube and you haven't already, please hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe if you haven't. I would appreciate that. Channel is growing nicely. So here at the Nasdaq, if you're one that likes to play bounces off of like SMAs, it came up here, came back down, bounced nicely, caught this. Now it's come down again, bounced up again. I bet you the Russell that stopped me out is probably doing the same thing. Kind of struggling above. Thank you. I appreciate that. I figure that as I get more successful in the actual trading, it'll probably bring in more people. But I'm impressed. It's built up. I've only been on YouTube for about 3 months. It's been about 4 months total with Twitch. So and it's a nice little community so far. And I mean, I never thought I would enjoy streaming, but I really actually look forward to doing it most days. Now, when I get up at 6 a.m. and on stream by 6:30, there's some days I'm cursing myself for scheduling those streams, but eh. How did you find the stream Evolved? Did YouTube recommend it, or always wondering how people find me that don't come from like my subreddit. UltraBond with a short signal. Crude trickling down. Russell also continuing down now. Meanwhile, Nasdaq's kind of trying to head up. A little bit of divergence there now in the indices. Awesome. Yeah, every now and then I'll promote my stream on the E2T Discord, but I don't do it often. You know, I mean, they don't mind if I do it every now and then, but I'm not trying to, like, whatever. I'm not even sure what I'm trying to say. Awesome. Hello, Muffin Hands. Yeah, that's where I expect most of my traffic to originally. Yeah, that's where most of my views are coming from, was the subreddits. The fact that my subreddit has close to 1,000 subscribers now is like blowing my mind too. Yeah, for now. And I mean, I'll always do beer money to some point, probably, just because it's where I came from and it's kind of helped lead into all of this. But I hope to give up the M Turk and stuff like that. Such a time sink. But I always probably like do shopping through Swagbucks and things like that. But for now, until trading, you know, until trading replaces it, beer money is still my main source of income. Kind of sideways here, most things. It looks like ES, Russell sideways, crude trickling down. Evening streams are always a bit more uneventful than the morning streams. But I try to do the evening streams, because the people that have been trying to, help get involved in trading, they often, they have day jobs and whatnot, and they're worried that they can't, trade if they're working a job that doesn't allow them to be on a computer or whatever during the day. So I do a couple streams a week to show that there are opportunities in the market pretty much, any time of day. Might need smaller targets and such certain times, but that's why I continue to do the evening streams, even though they're a bit more slow and boring. Yeah, I don't think anyone else streams at this time of night for futures. There might be some crypto or forex streamers out there this time of night. Muffin Hands, uh, what apps are you? What app are you talking about? Big Token. I seem to remember that, but I don't remember ever doing anything with it. I want to say it might even be on my phone. Yeah, it is. I have it, but I never did anything with it. Hey, Walt, how you doing, man? I'm doing all right. How's trading been going? Did you get any of that big move today? Tonight I'm 1 for 2 on trades. Win on gold and a loss on the Russell, down like $60. Today I got $30. I was planning on trading around the FMOC, and then I took an unplanned nap and didn't wake up until almost 3 Central. Nice, good job. Yeah, I saw the effects afterwards. Was upset with myself, but I'm constantly upset with myself. Today I restarted keto carnivore diet today, and I was tired. I guess a little bit of keto flu or whatever you want to call it. So I conked out like 20 minutes before the minute like before, and I woke up like 10 minutes before close. Yeah, plus I inadvertently really didn't drink any caffeine today until this afternoon. I wasn't thinking about lack of caffeine, and all of that led to me sleeping through FMOC meeting minutes. Could have been worse. Could have accidentally fell asleep with a position open or something. Whoever the new subscriber is on YouTube, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Muffin hands, I'll definitely give it a look. Like I said, I have it on my phone. I don't know how long it's been there. It has to have been a couple of years now. I'll definitely take a look at it. Copper's trickling down here. And how much do you make on that, Muffin? Ooh, big move down here on NASDAQ. 12 points. Quick move down. Gold also sent us a short signal here that I kind of missed. We're seeing big moves down here again on the Russell and the ES. NQ, 16 points, 18. Oh, I didn't realize it's top of the hour. So here's a top of the hour move on the indices. It's pulling back now. It's through the third Bollinger Band, pulling back. See if this is a sustained move or if this is just a whatever Asia market came online move. Yep, see, bouncing. Yep, bounce back up now. Gold came down about 7 ticks off this short signal right before the top of the hour. Nice. Oh wow. Okay, yeah, I definitely need to check that out. So here we are at the 9 o'clock hour. Awesome. Thank you for that heads up. I'm definitely gonna give it a look either later tonight or tomorrow. Excellent. Yes. So we see copper off the short signal came down close, really close to the profit target. That was kind of meandering. We did see the bounce here on the NASDAQ, back up to the SMA line now. And the bands in the SMA are horizontal flat. Gold's also kind of flat now. This is the time when we start really seeing things start going flat in the evening. Russell is made that move down as well there at the top of the hour. It's kind of meandering downward. Crude's the big mover right now. This crude from this short signal is going up 25 ticks, so that would have been an excellent entry. This one, like I said, this one would have went like 10 ticks up. You can see here, this is why I say I just need to take more trades, maybe even less analysis. If you look at these signals that it's sending me, normally I'm doing a 2-to-1 risk reward to risk, and this would have, well, kind of would have got there eventually. It would have actually ran into this trade, but it would have got to almost there. I think it would have got within one tick of the 20. So, this I wouldn't have taken. I might have. So let's say that was a loss. But this would have been a winner. This would have been a winner. Let's. I assume they would be winners, but maybe I'm not. Okay, so earlier in the evening, not quite as much. Although, if I did the 10, boop, 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 boop. See, that's right. Early in the evening, when you have less volume, you kind of want to go with a smaller goal. But if you look, this would have eventually got there, all one long trade. So I need to be just taking more trades. Russ, it looks like the indices are grinding downward now. So this move came down on the Nasdaq to 15,779. Kind of want to see it get below there before I would want to get back in. It did have a nice move upwards. About 60 points up before consolidating and coming back down. Hello, Ecom. Jake. I have noticed the evening streams here have gotten much more popular lately. It used to be I'll be on an evening stream and I'll get 3 people that talked. And they would talk for like 2 minutes and that was it. And they'll disappear and I'll be talking to myself all night. Now it's like there's like 8 people here. Hey Linux, how you doing? Hey Jake, yeah, I'm trading futures. Or trying to. Copper just got to its profit target if I would have taken that. How you doing, Linux? I just hate it when I start arguing with myself and lose. Hitmaker, I'm using 1 minute charts for the most part. Yes, it is. Anyone that can't accept losing will never be successful in trading because no one wins every trade. Well, Linux, my cat talks back to me all the time, especially if he's hungry. Yep, every trade I go into, my goal is at least a 1.5 to 1 reward to risk. Most of them I'm now shooting for 2 to 1. Or risk, yeah, reward to risk. I've tried some 3 to 4 to 1s, but you know, it tends to, yeah, you know, I try to find a good balance. 2 to 1 is what I've been really shooting for lately. You know, it's like, yeah, I pointed out earlier, by the way, this gold trade would have been excellent. I pointed out earlier, like today on gold, you know, it's kind of sat on my hands. And, but when I looked at between 6 a.m. and 10 a.m. on the signals I would take, I started with a loss, looking for 24 ticks, 12 tick stop loss. But then this would have won, this would have won, this would have won, this would have won, this would have won. So 5 to 1 between 6 and 10 of signals I would have taken at a 2 to 1 reward to risk. And if I would have continued on throughout the day, at that, you know, that would have also 5 to 2, 6 to 2. I don't think I would have taken this one. Let's say I would have 6 to 3, 7 to 3, and I would not have taken that one. And this would have been after the close. So seven wins, 3 losses at 2 to 1. If I'll just be taking the signals that I should be taking. Now this, and honestly, this time of evening, I shouldn't be shooting for 24 ticks. It should be more like probably like a 16. Because we can see here, this one would have got to almost 24. Would have got, well, within 1 tick of 24. But even if I was going for 20, 20, oops, 20, close that. And this one would be not quite there yet. That one would have got 20. So there's so much opportunity here I'm not taking that I've kidded that I just need to teach someone my strategy and have them trade for me and like Nasdaq coming back up to the SMA. We really haven't gotten much direction here on the indices in the last 45 minutes or so. Copper popping a little bit back up. But even copper since open would have given me a nice three good. Oops, I just blew up Nasdaq. Try copper. There we go. Oh, there. Speaking of copper, would have given me since 7 o'clock. That's about the time when more volume comes in. That nice win there, nice win there. I'm usually looking for 16 ticks. That I wouldn't have taken that trade. But even if I had, it would have given me the 16 ticks. See? And then this one. So, and yes, I'm just talking out my struggles here while you all listen. It's a mental thing. Part of me says this shouldn't be this easy. So S&P just bounced off its SMA, as did the Russell, as did the Nasdaq. Nasdaq's still above that level that it pumped down to, but oh, no anymore. Well, that was kind of quick. We see the Nasdaq is bleeding real quick. Down below the Bollinger Bands. Oop. Pull back now. Quick move down and then bounce off the bands. Yep, bounce back up now. That was a 15, almost 15 points down, then bouncing back up. The one that's giving me the buy and sell signals, Jake. Is that the one you mean? It's called Super Trend. It's one of the most popular on TradingView. Here it's by, I can't pronounce his name, Kivak Ozbilgic. Um, it's basically based off ATR, which you see these red and green lines. Let me blow it up. You can see these, like this green line here that's coming up, and when it comes down here is when it sends a signal. And you can adjust it to how sensitive you want it. I run it at a 2.2. The default is 3, and the default ATR period is 10. But see if you adjust it, like if I made it, let me move it to the side here. If I made it like 3, oops, not 300, 3, you can see how it kind of adjusts and you get later signals. Now, I know you can make it less. The problem with less is you get the signals earlier, but you get more signals that don't work. I found 2.2 to be what works best for me. But I don't follow them blindly. I look if like here, I did not take this short signal because it pierced the bottom band, and that usually means a reversal, like you see here. I look at where they are in the where the price action is and with relative to the Bollinger Bands, and I look at where I won't take a short signal like coming down into uptrending SMA, etc. But these signals really seem to work for me. I just need to actually take them to really prove it to myself. Like I said, it seems kind of too easy. Just why I second guess it, and it keeps costing me. Just keep second guessing it. Big candle up here to the SMA line on gold. By the way, gold would have reached the the, yeah 2 point profit target if I had gone in there. So like here on gold, we did get a this buy signal. You can see here this red line from here to sell. Follow it down, and because this is where it pierced the red line, that's why it gives us that buy signal. But I'm ignoring it because everything is downtrending. So I'm not gonna go into a signal that's against the overall trend, recent trend. I expect this to bounce down. Now, what might happen is if you see the SMA start straightening out and then it curls back up, then I might take it. I have VWAP on one of my charts. Might be the Nasdaq, yeah. So I've played with Heiken-Ashi. I just don't like Heiken-Ashi not telling me right where the price action actually is. Uh, so, all right, Jake, are you just normally a like trade off the Dom order flow type trader, or copper's continuing to head downward? Nasdaq is still showing down. Gold's now hugging its SMA line. Breakout. Cool. So just like evolved if he's still here. Oh, I was just saying. I just yeah. Ecom Jake said he's a breakout trader, and I said just what you do as well. That's all. Yeah, I don't think I could trade like that, I already second guess myself too much. So I would like be majorly second guessing. Oh, is that a breakout? Oh, is this a breakout? Is this a breakout? And I'll never take any trades. So, Nasdaq's kind of sneakily moving down. Did this move, came back up to the SMA, trickled down, came back up, bounced off. It's bounced off the SMA 3 times now. Ooh, UltraBond came alive all of a sudden. 5 ticks down. Ouch, sorry to hear that, Jake. What happened? Did you try to go long at some point? Or definitely see there's a couple of pullbacks there that this is one of those situations. Nasdaq's continuing to head down. I should have jumped on one of these bounces off the SMA, and I didn't. That's where I get a little bit too reliant on these signals. Once I get one, and I don't do anything if I miss it, and then I end up looking at it as down 100 points, and I'm like, how did I miss it? Now gold has worked its way above its SMA line, and it's looking like it wants to trend upwards. Nasdaq continue to come down. The low of the session is way back here. It's got a while to go actually. So this looks like 710. So it's got 58 points before that. Yep, got a downvote. Someone doesn't like the content tonight. Yeah. Yep. Most of my traffic's on YouTube now. I don't get a lot of traffic on Twitch anymore. There's no harm in broadcasting to both, so I'll continue to broadcast for the people that like Twitch. No reason not to. With the Restream software, I guess if I paid for it, I could like broadcast to like 60 different places. I didn't even know there were even 60 different places you could like stream to. On uh, YouTube, yeah. Oh, Ox, Mighty Ox Trading. Yeah, I think I'm still Ox Market Trading on Twitch. I changed that to Mighty Ox Trading. When I first started this, I thought ox market trading sounded kind of cool. It was like, it's not a bull, it's not a bear, it's an ox. But then I just went to the home, I went back to Mighty Ox. It's what I use for just about everywhere. Copper with a big 13 tick candle up here, out of the blue. Nasdaq with a 12 tick point candle up out of the blue. Gold still kind of sideways. Crude also all of a sudden everything ticked up green. Everything's kind of trying to follow one another tonight. This long signal on crude, I want to see it get above this recent high of 77.20. It's at 77.13 right now. Gold, I think is a short signal. So we came down, popped back up a little bit. Seems to be wanting to continue its downward momentum. Oh, big pullback just as I was about to look at it. So fine, be that way. Staying below its SMA. Nasdaq's kind of hugging its SMA. Copper. And as that buy signal, it looks like it might want to try and head up. But we still have downtrending bands. crude is now, well, about at that recent high of 77.20. Not 100%. If I go into a crude trade here, I'm watching it closely. Probably not going to go into a full contract. Probably going to just do a couple micros because I'm not 100% sold on it. Gold sending us that short signal again. Pull back on copper. Gold now heading back upwards. Pull back on crude. Would love to find one more good trade this evening. One more trade. One more trade. I know you all came for the singing. So now gold's trying to pop back up. Recent high of 18.095. It's right below that. Did send us this buy signal earlier, and it's kind of ridden the SMA line. See, the SMA is kind of trending slightly up. Remember, folks, that I am back here tomorrow morning, 7:30 Eastern. Friday morning, 7:30 Eastern. Hopefully we can end the week strong. Probably about an hour left on the stream tonight. We'll see if things get any, if we have any excitement. Nasdaq trying to come back down. Gold just hanging right around that SMA line. The volume has left the bonds. Um, I did a gold trade for about 5 ticks of profit. And I did a Russell trade for 15 ticks loss. Crude pulling back. Hi MedX, how you doing? Kappa. Short signal still have an uptrending SMA line. Nasdaq, another lower low. So you can see here, now I always say this, don't do much in trend lines, but boom, 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 boom. Definitely getting lower lows. I'm doing good, thanks. Trading tonight, Med? Uh, yeah, usually I do. I'll be trading on stream tomorrow for the US session and Friday. This morning I got up late and didn't really trade it and then fell asleep for the FMOC. And tomorrow I'll be on stream from 7:30 Eastern to or 10:30 or 11 Eastern, and Friday the same. Yeah, I missed it too. Things are a little bit slow right now. The 5 lines are Bollinger Bands and EMAs and SMAs. This here, like here, except for the blue line, that's an EMA. This is the third standard deviation bands, two standard deviation bands, and the red's the 20 SMA. Well, then congratulations on starting it. Um, no reason to be scared. Uh, were you paper trading before that? Do you have a strategy you're confident in? If you are successful paper trading and you have a strategy that was bringing you success, just stick to your same game plan, your same rules. Go slow. Don't try and go for two, home runs. Go for base hits. Not a lot going on right now. Sideways on gold. Slight grind down on the indices. Sideways on crude. We are seeing a downward momentum on the UltraBond, but not a lot of volume. pop up here on NASDAQ. About 5 or 6 points. Every time I tell myself I'm going to stop with the bonds, they pull me back in. You know, looking at today, even tonight, if you look at this. Now, again, I don't know what kind of fills I would have got because of the low volume. But 5 straight signals in a row, six, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 straight signals in a row would have got me my uh, 6 ticks. Thinking I know Canadian futures trader has such a great success with them. You know, even this morning, here's this morning, from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. That would have got me my my 6 ticks. That would have got me my 6 ticks. That would have got me my 6 ticks. That would have got me my 6 ticks. Stop me if you've heard this one before. That one would have stopped me out. So let's just say I would have took one. I wouldn't have taken that one. Let's say I would have taken that one. So what are we at now? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 wins, 2 losses, a 2-to-1. Then things start getting weird. I wouldn't have taken that one. Wouldn't have taken that one. I might have taken that one, and that one actually would have. That would stop me out. So now we're at 5-3, but this one would have worked 6-3, and that's right at 10. Well, right before 10. So at a 2-to-1 reward to risk, it still have been 6-3. Kappa, buy signal. But you can see copper's just been hanging around its SMA. I have no confidence in any signals right now because everything's sideways. No, the UB is 31.25 a tick. Have a good evening, MedX. If you're around tomorrow, I'll see you then. Can you tell me the name of that indicator, Ecom? Always willing to experiment with it. I do a lot of experimenting with other indicators, and sometimes I think I'm just confusing myself, but I'm always willing. You can see here on my Nasdaq chart, I have on the side here, I've been playing with the triple EMA, the double EMA, the VWAP. I don't know what exactly I'm looking for. I know there's no holy grail, but I'm always willing to look at other indicators. That said, I have never really liked things that a lot of other traders like the MACD and the RSI and all that. Oh yeah, it's way too many indicators, and I wouldn't use them all at one time. No, but I mean I have them on there just because I was trying them out one at a time, and I just didn't take them off. Yeah, I don't understand how people, you know, even find things on chart. Even this is too messy. Um, for me with all these lines. I mean, I prefer, I prefer a chart that looks so clean. Like I hate the way the Bollinger Bands scrunch everything up. I much like, oops. When I take the bands away, I love that way this chart looks, more. But, so let's see. I don't know how to use this. That's a signal there, and that would have been bad. Let's look. That would have been good. Yeah. That one would have worked. That one really wouldn't have. Let's look back earlier today when things are going nuts. Uh, I see these. Yeah, these are the short boxes. Gave a short signal there, but that pulled back. This one would have been good. Yeah, you're probably right. Well, let's jump. Let's look here. Get that out of my way. I'm not seeing any arrows here. Oh, wait, there. Uh, these signals come a little bit late. I wonder if there's an adjustment to it. Period 5. Max breakout length 200. Threshold. I don't know what any of these things mean. Line style SOL. Okay. Solid. So, period made one of those go away. Looks like you get more signals the lower you. Yeah. I hate it when it does that. What's if you make that 100? What happens then? Nothing. Interesting. Okay, I'm not sure what that's doing either. I heard good things about Motowave. I haven't played with it, obviously. I'm gonna need to find something once I'm funded because then the free trial or free license, I guess I should say, goes away, and I don't know if I want to pay the hundreds of dollars for Ninja Trader. I wish I, excuse me, I wish I could trade right off of Trading View. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just remember this. I'm gonna make it go invisible for now, and I'm gonna play with it. I'll play with it this weekend on some back tests. Yeah, I heard it's very cheap. I haven't. Yeah, my problem is time, and I can't kind of find time to like play with things and learn things and all this other stuff. But yeah, I think I'm gonna be going toward a Motive Wave or a Sierra Charts once at some point. Uh, I not right now. I'm not paying for any. Well, I pay for subscription on TradingView, but right now NinjaTrader comes the license comes free while you're in the evaluation on Learn to Trade. But once you're funded, it's no longer free. And for the the only thing I mean I like NinjaTrader's automatic trade management, but that to me that's not worth paying. I think their lifetime license is like 800,000 bucks or something like that. I don't think MetaTrader is available for Earn to Trade. Oh, still in 5 minutes. We got a buy signal on the NQ while I was yapping, and it's gone up about 6 points. Buy signal on all the indices. The Russell's actually first, 2186, and it's gone up 2 points. As I get closer to being funded, I'll have to download MotoWave and give it a try, see how it works. UltraBond continuing to head downwards. It's actually it's actually a significant move down. 20 ticks. It's over 600 bucks. Do you see that volume is getting pretty light? It looks like I can get rid of that trend line. Gold totally sideways now. It's the time of night where I feel like I'm constantly repeating myself. This is sideways, that's sideways, that's sideways, this is sideways. Sideways, sideways, sideways. Upside down, you turn me. Sorry. Crude has popped back up, slowly grinding up. Yeah, 2 ticks, not that much. See, everything is kind of rangy. Rangy mutt. Nasdaq rainbowing back to the SMA line. If nothing exciting happens, we'll probably cut this stream at 10:30 Eastern. About 20 minutes. But if we start seeing some excitement, then we can extend that. I got no hard or fast limit to when I end streams, really. Nasdaq back up below its SMA line, sending as a short signal. So, now the question is, was this just a pullback or whatever you want to call it as it heads further down. Russell and ES sending us the same signals at the exact same places. So I should have jumped on that short signal. As you can see, here's the signal. Here's the next candle, down 11 points. That would have been an excellent trade. Seems like it's wanting to head down further. It is below that recent low as well. Next support area is around 51. That's actually there. Well, did I read that right? No, 43. I'm sorry. Gold sending me a short signal. I'll jump on that. Maybe. Yeah, it's kind of in the. See, I doubted this and I shouldn't have doubted it. That would have given me 15 points. That'd have been my trade for the night. My good trade for the night. I doubted it just because, it came up, came right back down. There's that short signal on gold again. Okay, we're filled on gold. We're going to go for this. Maybe a mistake. We shall see. Seeing Nasdaq kind of pop back up. Nice move down here on gold. Do you guys see my ninja charts okay? Are they too small? Crude coming up. Looks like I got in just as everything's starting to pop back up. Maybe. Excuse me. Cool. See here what happens here. We're up 4 ticks. NASDAQ continuing to come down. 5 ticks now on our gold trade. Hoping for continued momentum. Kind of, excuse me, sideways. Move up here. Let's see. Let's look at support and resistance. Oh, yeah, we are at. If you look here on the big chart, when this came down here, this is where it exhausted before, coming down right at 18,081. It's exactly where we're at now. So this is a definitely support area. See if it can break support. Up 6 ticks. I'm gonna move the stop down to above the SMA. It comes all the way back up to the SMA line. It's means it's reversed, so no reason to have that stop way up where it was. A big move up here. Maybe I should have took the $30 in profit and called it good, but we'll see. So the strong trend, downtrending SMA line. NQES. So let's go see what's going on. There's the buy signal on gold. Nasdaq pulled back up to its SMA line. Let's see if we get an SMA bounce. So right now my stop loss is 4 ticks of my profit. Oh, I mean I'm now negative. So if it continues up, it'll stop me out. Like, duh, right? Went for a small loss. Nasdaq trying to bounce off its SMA. ES with the buy signal. Yep, that was right. We're right at break even on this gold trade, and I have a feeling it's heading up. There's 4 out of the last 5 candles have been green. Crude. Looks like it wants to head down. Turning red again on the indices. Oops. Gold just hugging the SMA. There's a move down, back in the profit. That. We're back up 5 ticks. I wonder if this is a gift. That just sent me another short signal. So is this a gift? Should I take it here, or is it going to continue down? We're back at that same resistance area that we were talking about earlier, right at 1808.1, 1808.0. Uh, Hanging out here. Yep, I'm letting it ride. NQ back up, sending a buy, bands tightening. We're up 7 ticks now. Still struggling right at that 1807.9 area now. It's one of those where if it can if it can finally break it, it might just flush down hard. Riveting entertainment here. It's popped up 2 ticks. We just hit 10:30 on the East Coast. So however this trade ends up is, we'll call it after this trade ends for the night. And then of course we're back here tomorrow in the morning, 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 my time. I am so glad I don't live on the West Coast. Thanks, man. See you tomorrow or the next time you decide to stop in. Have a good evening. It's kind of curling back toward the SMA line. I see what I remember. I moved my stop here to what it was just above the SMA line. Now my stop's all the way back up at the third standard deviation Bollinger. I'm gonna just move it down to 2 ticks above break even. Oh, there we go. Just trying to push down again. Uh, we're now 8 ticks in the profit. This is the furthest we've been in profit so far. As said, I'm thinking that 24 tick profit target might be a bit much. Still trying to come down. Oh, there. Now down. Now back to 8 ticks in the profit. Eye drama here. Oh, big green move back up. Back to only 5 ticks in the profit. I'm gonna move this profit target up. Alright, I'm gonna move it up to where it triggers at 15 ticks. I think that might be more realistic at this point. So now it's heading the wrong way. Everything is starting to head up now. See this green here on the indices as well. And Q sending a buy signal. Yeah, we're back to 5 ticks in the profit. See that the SMA line though is starting to straighten out. Yeah, momentum back downward. Patience is a virtue. Another green candle up. And then this trade now for 25 minutes. And Q coming back down again. ES sending a short signal. Russell sending a short signal. Oh, big move down there on NASDAQ there. 10 points down. Hey, gold, look at what NASDAQ's doing. Follow, please. No, that's the wrong color candle. Okay. Definitely a grind down for gold. It's definitely not a get rich quick trade. Now 11 ticks in the profit. Low as we've been. Or high as we've been, whatever you want to say. There we go. We're 2 ticks from our profit target. The way I have it set up is that 4 will cash out and 2 will continue on with a trailing stop. There we go. Okay. We just hit our target on 2 of them, on 4 of them. I'm sorry. My trailing stop is trailing. Continue to trail. It's going to make me regret moving up that original target, though. That's okay. Back. This would have been a great signal here to take on NASDAQ as well. It's come down 16 points since that signal. It's weird here how at quarter of 11 everything started moving. I think we're now at the low of the day on Nasdaq. No, low of the day was 710. We're near the low of the day. Thanks, Vincent. You ever take anything tonight, Vincent? Well, that's okay. There's always tomorrow. Tomorrow, tomorrow. Oh, sorry. Pop back up a bit. 4 ticks from my stop right now. Kind of hanging here, 1 tick from my trailing. Now I've been in this trade for 35 minutes. Yep. Another move down. like. I like. I like. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. Slow and steady wins the race. Keeping my trailing about 5 ticks behind the current price action. The low of this move was 1806.3. We're struggling to get back down there. You see, we're getting more green candles than red right now. But they're small green candles. NASDAQ continuing to move down. Just broke its low of the day. So as this trade resolves, be ending the stream for tonight. Back here though in just 9.5 hours. NASDAQ has now moved down over 30 points since this short signal. Continuing to move more and more into profit. It's a good smell. So NASDAQ has broken back down into the 15,600s. Oh wait, I say broke back down. This is a low now. This is lower than it got to yesterday. So while we're waiting for this trade to resolve, let's look at that on a 5-minute chart. See when the last time we were down this low. Gonna turn back time. Looks like it was way back on the 26th of December, day after Christmas. So, wait, no. I don't think I was looking at the right. No, I wasn't looking at the right yellow line. Oops. There we go. Wow. Way back on the 21st of December. It's pausing right around this 1806.5 on gold. It's torturing me. Right now, barring slippage, guaranteed an additional $34 in profit. Teetering up a little bit. One tick from trailing stop. Honestly, my trailing stop should be above the SMA, but at this point, I'm just, you know, looking to close up the stream. So I'll let this trade end here if it does. And there it goes. So pulled up to the SMA and hit my trailing stop. We see NASDAQ. This would have been the trade to take though, as it's down, holy Hannah. 24, it's down 60 points in the last 16 minutes. So bottom's falling out of the indices. See the S&P down massively. Yeah, Russell down massively. Gold actually sending us a buy signal. We're going to close up the night though on the stream. Hopefully we'll get some of this good action tomorrow. Let's take a quick look. That thanks to that last win there on gold, ended up at $28 on the night after taking the losses on the Russell earlier. And I thought it was what did I? Yeah, I took a loss on gold earlier too, I think, and a win on gold. I don't remember now. But anyway, up $28. That's how we'll go into tomorrow morning. I want to thank everyone for joining me tonight. I hope you have a great rest of your night. Yeah, wonder what kind of. I'll have to look and see what kind of news came out in China or wherever. Have yourself a good night. See you back here in a few hours. Tomorrow morning, 7:30. Bye.